that close, correct?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you talking about the red candle or the green candle?
The green candle.
Yeah, the green candle is last week's candle because the week is over.
Okay, so since the green candle didn't close above the red candle before it, are we looking at it well, I know we're looking at it for a pullback, but are we looking at it to basically change the trend too?
Not necessarily like because you see how I'm looking on the weekly versus when I look on the daily, how it looks. So
Say that
so
one more time.
did you see how the chart looks on the weekly versus how it looks on the daily?
Mm-hmm.
So if you notice the weekly, you even though we didn't reach the top yet, we still had let's look at the daily and see that we had a pullback, but we still had a good week overall. I mean, like I don't know if you see like because you got to see the details in that candle to understand what's going on even further. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, the week didn't make it, but look at how strong Friday was.
Right.
So now you have to at least be concerned if you think that we're gonna keep going down. You know what I mean? So now it's just like from that comparison, the fact that we broke this, right? The next target would have been this blue line. We already hit that target. So that's the only reason I'm thinking maybe we might pull back, perhaps. You know what I mean? But the pullback could be small, or there might not even be a pullback. We might even gap up because if you look above, there's a gap right here. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I didn't mean to move that one. There's a gap right here. So that 91 is already a quick target for us to fill. So, but you gotta understand, like, I was talking about this last time, right? Because I was talking about market structure. Like, if you really understand market structure, it's gonna make your life a lot easier because what you gotta realize is like the bigger bars are easier to eat through, like basically liquidity gaps. So, like, why does this gap work right here? This gap works. The gap works because there's not a lot of sellers and buyers there. So therefore, it creates like a price vacuum where price can just go right through because nobody is holding it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But price has to first break these levels before it can reach these levels.
Right.
So these are liquidity gaps. So like if you look on bigger time frames, you'll see bigger bars. And if you look at like look at this big red bar right here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how price is eating through it because this big red bar shows a lot of liquidity. So basically, like the big bar. So like the when you see a gap, you can think about it as there's a bar there. So let me show you what I mean. So like let me color in real quick so you can see what I mean. And I'm gonna make this green and I'm gonna make this thick. So like, so basically, let's say if tomorrow we fill this, right? Let's say tomorrow we get up in here. If tomorrow this happens and we get a bar like this, right? So I mean Monday, right? If Monday we start to fill this gap, let's say we actually fill the gap, right? Let's say this happens, right? So if that happens, you can literally think about it just like this. This is literally just like this. It's as if you took this bar right here and just made it bigger. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So when you see big bars that are long and big, realize that the inside of them contains gaps.
Okay.
So because when you have because what this is showing is that it's showing an imbalance. It's showing that buyers said it's going up, it's going up. So like all the price action is up. So now when it goes down, there's not people like in there that's preventing it from going that direction. I know it's kind of a big concept, but like that's what I'm saying overall. So like when you look on the bigger time frames, one over the long term it's gonna work out, but day to day it might not work out, and that's why you might have to put time on it or just wait for you to get that good entry where you're getting it at a good price. So leads me, I guess, so I can go to rig and then I'm gonna talk about the pricing. All right, so here's rig, right? So what do you guys notice about rig? Anybody?
Yeah, I noticed it's on Smash.
It's on smash. And does rig come down?
You said what?
Does rig come down from time to time?
Yeah, everything. But I mean, this ratio coming down and going up, you could just tell that it's on. It got a lot of gas right now. So
but
those
the fact it's coming down is good because it's filling in gaps. You know what I mean? On the way down, which is making more structure, more foundation for the stock to build on. Like you got to understand, structure is so important. If you see this and you recognize this, you're gonna know the difference between this and the stock that just shoots up. If it shoots up like this, it's gonna come down like that. That's just the way it goes. Like because there's nothing. It's like a building. There's nothing holding it from falling down. So when you start seeing what I call staircasing, you know that's healthy growth. You know that's the stock you want to be in.
You will you be gapping up a lot on the daily, gapping up and down?
I mean, it be gapping sometimes because if you look at it right now, it gapped. Like for example, like this was a gap right here from yesterday, from Thursday to Friday. You see that?
What's that? What time frame you got it on right now?
On the daily. So every candle represents one day.
No, I'm saying put it like on a 5 minute or 15 so we could see the gaps.
But I'm saying you can see it on the daily. If you look right here, you see a gap. You see it?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but if we go on a small time frame, just so you can see, right? Here it is on the 15. You guys see the gaps?
Yeah.
But gaps are also really small sometimes too. Like you might not notice the gap from here to here. You know what I mean?
From where to where?
Where that red line is to where my cursor is.
Oh, okay.
You see that gap? You see how small it is? Like I gotta make this bigger for you to even like realize that there's a little space. Because remember, the body represents the open and the close. So the wicks don't represent the open and the close. So the gaps is between the bodies. Does that make sense?
Right.
So that's how you can see the gaps. And then like depending on where you look, you'll see gaps in the past. Like right here, here's a gap way back here that got filled way more present day. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how when you look at that. But the thing to understand when it comes to gaps, it's all about momentum and volume and where the strength is. Remember, the gap is just a weakness area. It's just a weaker area to get through. That's all it is. But you have to get through the point to even get there to be able to fill that gap. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for example, there's a gap up here, but price has to be strong enough to actually like strong enough to like do something where let me see, like if I was to imagine something like this, let's see, can I draw? Yeah, so something like this, like price would have to like start like really building to the point where it has to now break this level to actually even try to fill this gap. You know what I mean? So price has to because right now the momentum is down. You know what I mean? The trend is down. So if you're gonna be like, oh, price is gonna fill the gap to the opposite direction, now you're going for a long shot because price has to overcome so much other structure to get to that gap. And what is structure? This is structure right here. You see that? All that consolidation is structure. Price struggles through consolidation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you see why knowing that is a big edge?
Yeah.
Because once you know that, now you're gonna look for certain candles. Like for example, if I had seen, let's say this candle right here, this big red candle right here on the 15-minute, I'm like, oh, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you're knowing what to look for and what has a higher chance of happening. Because of this thin structure on this long, big candle, there was thin structure that if we were able to bounce, we'd have a high chance of eating up a lot of this candle. But if there was another red candle that followed that candle, and then there was consolidation, now it's different. Make sense?
Yeah.
So this is what I mean by like practicing and studying and all that. So now this is how I would backtest and practice.
Bro, can you tell me how you put all those time frames on that right there where they lined up? How I put that on my screen?
Yeah, so go to indicators. You see indicators right here. Type in time frame.
Hold on, I'm about to go to my trading view right now.
All right.
Go ahead.
I think it's called time frame continuity. I think time frame.
Type it in on indicators.
Yeah, time. Type in time. I think it pops up.
I see time frame
Continuity.
super.
You see it right there?
No, I don't see continuity. Let me
If you
see.
type in only time. Type in only time, like I did.
I see a lot of time frame continuities.
It is, so your screen doesn't look like my screen.
All right, look, I'm gonna you said just press time.
Yeah, just type in. So go to indicators and type in the word time.
I got you that broad rider.
Yeah, broad rider. Yep, broad rider. Click on it, and then it should pop up.
Got you.
It popped up.
Yep.
Word. Yeah. So you know time frame content. So basically, this is how you use time frame continuity. You got to use it alongside of structure. Just because it's green don't mean necessarily going right now. You also need the structure because what happens is you might get in early or late. So you also gotta match it with everything else. But it works out really well once it matches with all your other edges. So like
I leave it on, or it comes on its own.
it comes on its own.
Oh,
And
okay.
like if you want to hide your indicator, you just see like an eyeball next to all your indicators like this, and you can hide it where it goes away. Like an eyeball.
Got you.
So now, speaking of eyeball, so now like if you want to practice, this is how you practice, right? So like I'm gonna show you guys how to back test. So I'm gonna turn off everything, right? Turn off all my indicators, all my moving averages, right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide the chart. I'm gonna turn off everything. I'm gonna hide the chart. So let me turn off this, and then now let me hide the chart. So I go to the name and the eyeball right here. Now it has the candles, right? So now I go to this calendar and I can pick a date, any date in the past. So I don't know, y'all give me a year.
2018.
All right, let me type that in. Or do I have to scroll through slowly? All right, I'll get there. And a month?
Whenever that crash was in 2018.
I don't remember, but I'll type in August because we're gonna do it random. August 16th, random. So go to, now the chart's gonna go there. I hit this replay button right here. That says bar replay. Y'all see it?
Yeah.
Hit that button. Now this blue line happens. Everything to the right of the blue line gets disappeared. So now I can click on what day I want to land on. So now let's keep it August. Let's go to July. July 12th. Boom. So now the chart's on July 12th. Now when I turn back on my eyeballs, the chart is automatic to that date. Nothing beyond that is shown. So now I can use my skill to the test. I can test my theories, my strategies, all that. And the fact that I trade the stock, it helps me get to know the stock even better. So now, all right, let's look at it. So what do you guys see so far? We're on the daily. You guys so which way do you think the chart's gonna go? There we go. Or do you guys want to wait and see more? Just like every day trading. Which way do you think the chart's gonna go based on what you see?
All right, hold on.
Do you want to wait?
All right, give me 1 second.
All right, go ahead.
Let me see.
I'll make this bigger for y'all.
Let me see here.
And this is from the beginning of 2018, so y'all can see. And I'll even go to the bigger picture. I'll go from the monthly so y'all can really see. Here's the monthly, right? So y'all can see the monthly trend, right? Here's the monthly. So this is how it's been doing for like years, right? It's been going down for years. Let's look at the weekly. This week it's been going down, but we're on an uptrend recently, right? And then daily, you see how we're going down right now. So how you guys want to play this?
I'll go down.
You go down. So now you come right here. You go to short position and you get this right here. So now the red area is your stop loss. The green area is your take profit. So you're really trading with your parameters. So now I can move this. Like I can get in right now. Let's say we get in right now. So now we're gonna get in right now, right? So I move right to the edge so that the next candle will be inside of it, right?
Okay.
So now this is pretend I get in right now. Let's say I put my stop right here, and let's say I put my take profit right here. Now let's see how it plays out. Hit play. Look at it. Look what's going on. You went in for the down. So far, it's working out.
You put
These are
that
all,
take.
these are,
You put
these
that
are all,
take profit. You
yeah,
put
we
that
already take profit. We already won. We already won. But let's just see how far it goes. Let's see if it goes to the top, our target. So this is when you have to be smart. Hey, we're stalling out. We're not going any lower. Let's just take profit.
You see, it's bouncing off that. It's right there at that May. It's consolidating same place it did in May.
And what do we know about consolidation? It's harder for price to get through. So when price has consolidation, it's slowing down.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it can't go down more, but it's slowing down. And so we might as well get out. So now let's see.
Yeah, I figured that. That's a heavy.
Hey, I told you got hit. Hey,
but
look at that behavior. Now you pause and you look at it. What do you see? What happened? What occurred?
It broke through.
Yeah.
It broke down, but it also made a double top. You guys see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you got to see everything. Not only that, where did it double top? In this area, this red area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, where's the red area? Did I draw this from like a long time ago? Oh, this is the area. Oh, wow. So you see, this is the area that, okay, so this is the area I drew from the past. And I see, so you see, this is where it double top. Because not only did it double top right here, it double top inside right here. You see this double top? So look.
Yeah.
Look at the number of double tops that occurred. Double top right here. Double top right here. Double top right here. Even right here, I could consider in a way. You know what I mean? So look at all these double tops. And you're telling me the market doesn't tell you what's going on if you actually know what to look for?
Yeah.
So that's why you have to wait, because you're not going to know what's going on in the midst of it. There's no way. All right, so this is the daily though. So now, all right, let me go back to today. So this is how you practice. From now on, I don't know if you guys use TradingView, but this is how you make use of TradingView to practice your strategy, practice all your edges, pause it, make your prediction, let it play. Keep track. How many times am I right? How many times am I wrong? Journal that. That's called backtesting. That's called getting better at trading. It's all practice. It's all practice, repetition.
You talking about practice.
Nobody wants to practice, but even nobody wants to do this. But this is what gets results.
I'm talking about Allen Iverson.
I know, but in general, but look at how good, bro. This was such a good entry.
Yeah.
This was a sniper entry, Trevor. I don't know if you realize.
Yeah. No. I get it. I get it, bro. I get it.
Price never came back to that point. So we could have even added more lots to this and made even more money. We got out, got back in, got out, got back in.
Because when we got in, okay, boom, it tested it. That would have been another entry. But then when it double top, that's when you really got like 5 contracts.
You understand? So look how just one trade, one setup is all you need. Everything else is for the birds. Honestly, like I feel like even like, because like these days, like I used to follow a lot of groups and stuff, but at this point I realized I don't need groups. All I need to do is execute. I know everything I need to know. Just do it. Now just scale up and do it with discipline. As long as I stay consistent and I'm disciplined, I'm already on my way.
Yeah, I mean, all a group is if you can't do what you're
doing. I feel like when you're a beginner, it's very helpful, and if you need a mentor, it's very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to do it on your own. So the sooner the group is just to help you, push you to do it everything discipline how you're supposed to. But yeah, it ain't rocket science. If you study and you pay attention and focus, you're gonna get to it. I was seeing somebody else just said in that because in that 100K group, because he had the little Thanksgiving special for $15. So I hopped in there, right? I'll be looking in there. That's some screenshots I sent you from there, right?
Yeah,
but
they be doing stuff.
But they was talking about some of the the dudes in there, like the main dudes, like this female, she just went through the course, just looked at everything, just studied it, and just went up from there. Just execute.
That's what's up. Now I love seeing stuff like that. I love seeing stuff like that. And it's just crazy how like price goes to certain levels, and then like you see how price went through this what is this right here? All these green bars. What does that represent? Why did price go through this so easily?
Oh, okay, I got you. Because there's no consolidation, no resistance.
Exactly. So that whole
butter through.
Butter. Like butter.
Butter, son.
So this is how if you can wait for these setups, you can make so much money just playing just this off one trade. Put down 1,000. By the time you get to right here, you're at 5,000. You're gonna sell by here. You know what I mean? So this is why I realized like I'm working too hard, doing too much. I can work way less and make way more. So that's what I'm doing. So now let's go to present day and my plan with Rig that I'm sharing with you guys.
Hey, and then tell me if I'm right on this. I'm thinking if you going up and down or something, but would that be a heavy sign? Say it butters through where it previously consolidated, like say going up or down. Would you say that would be a good time to get in whichever direction it busts through?
So you mean like for example,
like right there, look in March. Let's say that it just busts through March. You see how consolidated in February, March?
Okay, right here. Okay.
Let's just say it busts through in one day, that whole boom. It busts through that whole consolidation in one day. You said that's a you would go down? You feel confident going down after that?
You mean like how this green broke this area? This green bar right here? What do you maybe I understand?
You see where it's red right now in September?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Now you see from February to April where it consolidated?
Right here. This box down here.
Yeah. Say it bust straight through that.
Oh, bust straight through down. Oh, yeah. Because I'm like, wait a minute, where's the wall? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You get what I'm saying now?
Oh, we going down. You guys not because you need people to hold it up. Like what people understand is that it's literally a market. It's literally people that have a bunch of orders at different levels that are going to defend their level. You know what I mean? Especially if they have money. Like
right, where they feel comfortable buying it at.
Yeah, some of them have like 20 million at this level. We're not getting through 168. I don't care. Come challenge me. I'll absorb all your orders and bring it down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, I'm buying 1,000 Roblox at this level. I don't care what nobody's saying.
Yeah, but imagine the people that buying 1 billion. Now they matter. You know what I mean? Because whatever they do, if the market moves, nobody can box with them. So now like you guys see, so now we're on the daily. Let me go to, so this is how you exit. So you just hit exit right here, and then now I can exit, replay, and then now we're back to recent. I'm reset everything to normal. All right, so now let's go on. What's going on with Rig? We got to look at the big time frame. We got to think about where are we gonna pull back? Where are we gonna stop? So remember you guys a couple weeks ago I said $7 was my target. We bust through 7. Now we're busting through. I see it's busting through all the way to 8. Because what's stopping us on the monthly? You know what I mean? What's stopping us as far as structure? Not until we get to 820, 814. You know what I mean? So therefore, this coming week, I'll play Rig all the way to $8. You understand? After $8, we might struggle. We might go down. We might retrace. We might do whatever. But if we break through that, look at where we're going next.
Yeah. I see, man.
I'm telling you guys, I've made so much money. I made over $1,000 off this one stock this last month. And then I still have not put in down enough money. Still not doing it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, that's what you gotta. That's what you gotta.
A leap.
You know we talked about earlier.
Balance, yeah. But when I see my edges, when I see something, at least long term, I believe in it long term. Now day to day, now I got to be cautious about my entry. You know what I mean? But that's monthly. So now I go to weekly. So that's if I want to go extra long term. So that's why I felt confident doing the leaps. The monthly chart showed me. Now weekly, now if I want to swing, here's what I can see. I can see once we break here, $8 the next swing. So I can do a 2-week option, $8 strike price, and feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Because $8 might get hit next week. $8 rate moves so much, $8 might get hit on Monday. But I want to be conservative. You know what I mean? Like you guys see it. It's on smash. Because you gotta understand, like in the inside of its industry, it's the leader. Other oil drilling companies are not doing as well as rig. And I'm still trying to figure out why they're doing so good. I'm really trying to figure out because they have debt. But you know, now that I bought shares, I'm actually looking at fundamentals and like the earnings and all that. As an option trader, I never cared. Never cared. I just cared about the chart. You know what I mean? But now I'm buying shares and I see this long term. I'm like, yo, we're coming from the bottom. Because if you really go back, like let's say we go back to the yearly now, the 12-month, we see what's going on the big picture. And we see where Rip used to be, 130, like years ago, back in 2008. So what if in the next 10 years we can get it back up there? Or next 20 years, I might as well throw my money in and ride it up. It's giving me more than what I need. So that's why I love it. So now let's look at it. Is following that structure. You see how we pulled back, but you see how we still finished the day green. Yeah. Buyers is always showing up, and the fact that we get the continuity now, it's probably going to be up from here until we get to $8. So now let me show you guys how how to play the options as far as getting the best price, because as long as you get the best price, you can always make money. So let's look at bar chart. So this website right here, it's really good for option premium research. So you go to barchart.com, you can look up any option, and then it'll show you the historical price of that option, any strike price, any date. You know what I mean? Since it was created, it'll show you like the life history of that option. So like, let's go to rig, right? So let's go to rig. Let's just go to last week. And then I'm going to go to week before and week before. You're going to see how like it's the same pattern. Like price stays within the range. There's a low price. There's a high price. If you buy it in the high price throughout that and the low price throughout that week, at some point during that week, it has a high chance of hitting that high price because it's been doing it like the past 5-6 weeks. I mean, I know it could change, but for now, I'll just continue with the pattern. All right, so let's look at all right, so here's what you do, right? You look at like the range of rig, like rig has a range like I think it'll move like 40 cents a day, and then you look at like throughout the week where the highs and lows are at. So 50 cents is an easy range for a rig to do in a week, right? So we're gonna look at the 750 strike because it's slightly out the money, but at one point it became in the money. You guys get what I'm saying? So it's basically right at the money, but out the money. But so we look at the 750 strike right here. Oh, do they still have it? Yeah. So it's the weekend. So they still have this from Friday expiration. So I go right here. I click on option price history. Now this chart is going to show me the price since the beginning when this option was created, 123 from January 23rd. They show you the open, the high, the low, and the last price. And it's very important because now you know what price points you can get in at potentially in the future, and what price point you can get out at potentially in the future. So like right here, you see it was at $5. Then it became then next day opened up at 7, made a high at 7, made a low of 6. It closed at 6. Then it went from 6. You notice the first 3 days it stayed around 6, 7, 5. Then it went from 7 to 8. You know, high, low to high, 7 to 11, low to high, 5 to 8, 5 to 9, right? But then this day, 7 to 22. So you're telling me this day, if you bought in at 7, you would triple at 22 if you bought at the high and low. But you really don't need to triple. You can buy at any point and make good profits. You guys understand?
Yeah.
So then next day, 8 to 17. This is how I'm able to kill the weeklies because I know the price points to get in that are so cheap that I know what price it can run up to. Because look at this day, 6 to 22. You know what I mean? And And you see this day 3 to 8, and then look at the last day expiration. This is the day when I tripled. I bought them at 3, sold some at 9. But imagine you bought them at $1, you sold them at 9. But realistically, it's very hard to do that. You're not gonna buy them at $1. But me buying them at 3, that was really good. And I knew that the day before the low was 5, so I knew to aim for at least 5 the next day. You know what I mean? 5 lower than 5, matter of fact. You know what I mean? Because I know that the next day is less expiration, is 0 days. So I knew to aim under 5 to get filled. So you guys see how, like, if you play options by studying the prices, you can get good without even looking at the chart yet?
Say that one more time.
So do you see how, like, just from studying the price points and the movement of the prices, you can be a good option trader without even looking at the chart?
Yeah, not to cut you off, but real quick, you know Chris Sane?
Chris Sane, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Have you been watching him lately?
Yeah, I watch him.
So I used to watch him, right? So he was real heavy on stocks and buying and selling them, catching them low, Neo, stuff like that. So I remember when he first got into options, and then I'm like, oh, he was kind of shooting out there, he was good at the stocks, like catching them, but now, like
he options, yeah.
He finally correlated, but yeah, basically he just be playing just the price action.
Yeah, because like, for example, like if I had the money, I would trade more stocks. I would, because then I don't have to worry about expiration, and I get dollar for dollar move. You know what I mean?
Man, you see, that's what old boy Josh. That's what a lot of people be doing. Yeah, if you had the money, and
you had the money, but
that's
I
why them like you said, that same day, basically thinking about it, like you said, all our edges. Why wouldn't we have the futures if we want to play SPY on the same day? Why it's no reason in the world we should do it on options instead of futures, because we ain't gonna have no theta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, theta. Yeah, no, you're right. Like everything has pros and cons, so you got to use everything accordingly, because everything has its advantage and disadvantage.
And then I heard recently that those evaluations that you heard about, what happened recently?
Nah.
That you don't even need an eval. You could just pay to go straight in.
That's stupid.
Man.
That's stupid. Because it's the same, honestly, that's the same mentality like when people had the bots like for BWO, and like I spoke to a couple people, they're like, you don't even need to know how to trade. The bot will do it all for you. I'm like, huh? Like, you don't even need to know how to trade. Like, where they do that at? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know how that goes.
Yeah, but
that's handicapping you.
If you skip in evaluations, you don't even have to be a real trader, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, I mean, yeah, you definitely want to do it because, like, price, like we're saying right now, like how you do a replay, like how you go back and see, you could just have a computer trade price action, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, if you could get a skill that could pay you, like, why would you cheat yourself on that? You know what I'm saying?
Right. But it's just crazy because, like, even like if you're gonna use a bot, whatever, you should know how the market works. You should know how to trade. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It's like you're blind at that point. You're blindly lending. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have no idea what.
You have no idea what's going on. It's just numbers, and then things happen, and you make money. Must be nice. But yeah, like look at this one. So this is a 750 call for next week, right? We see how much it's going for. But like I said, usually Ray can move that 50 cent. So I'll even look at the $8 call for next week and the $8 call for 2 weeks out to make it a better bet. You know what I mean? But if I want to put down more money, I can do 750 next week. That's not a bad. But let's say I go out one more week, right? If I wanted a nice little swing trade opportunity, I would look at this and I'll look at the $8, because Rig moves so much that by next week, these could be worth a lot more. So let's say I buy the $8 call, has a good amount of open interest. You see, all the data is here. One thing I look at is the percent change. That means that on Friday, these dropped 2% from Thursday close. Friday close to Thursday close, they went down 3 cents and $3, and they went down 12%. So I know they're a little bit cheaper than from Friday from Thursday, you know? So I look at that. So now I'm gonna do the same thing. Let's look at where the price was at, so I can probably get them at a discount. So we see the price, you know, on Friday, it opened up at 25, made a high at 28, low 22, close at 22. But look at yesterday. It made a low of $3 on Thursday. A high of 30. That's 10x. You guys see that?
So we could have got Phil. We could have had a Phil waiting at say $4.
$5
for 10 contracts. And then that would have turned from $40 to 300.
Exactly. And
hey,
look
man,
at but here's the best part. This is not even a weekly. Look at the expiration. 14 days. This is a 2-week. It doubled on a 2-week. Imagine what it did on a weekly.
Man.
This is why I play rig. Because I have time to make money. Slow money is good money too.
You know what? If the market fall off,
even this day, look at 2-1, double up.
You think if the market fall off, it might dip maybe halfway to the low?
Like, it's interesting because when the market falls, rig does dip a little bit, but it holds up way better than the market.
Right, right. That's why I said, do you think it'll dip halfway to the low?
It'll dip. No, I don't think it'll go halfway. Maybe like a quarter at most. Like, it would have to really be bad. It would have to be like red. It would have to be really bad. I don't see that happening. But who knows? Who knows? Because here's the thing. While the market is dipping, oils are going up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it don't even follow the market for real. It gets juice off the market, but it don't follow the market.
Yeah, no, that you sent me that thing on oil on the dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well that'll make sense because if the dollar's going up and oil is based on you got to buy the oil in the dollar.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't even realize that. Like that always makes sense. Yeah, until I seen that video, I never knew that. I never knew that.
At the same time, I was watching Exxon and I was watching MRO, and they was dipping with the. You know what? Let me see the chart.
Exxon,
if you get a chance. No, let me see the chart for the dollar in rig.
Oh, like versus each other?
Huh?
Like compared to each other or two different? So I could put it all in one.
Yeah. Like you put the line.
Yeah. So yeah, you hit compared to right here, that plus, and I'll put in DXY and click on it. And let's see. Why is it so flat?
Well, I guess that answers my question. All right, let me see. Let me see something. No, it does it slightly.
I know it moves with the time. Maybe if I put this.
What time frame is it on right now?
It's daily. Everything.
Well, shit, I mean that should be enough. Let me see.
It's been going down. Yeah, the dollar's been going down. Like the dollar don't follow the dollar.
Okay. All right. Well then. Okay.
But like I said, rig is different. Let's look at
It's his own.
Let's look at energy.
Damn.
Here we go. Here's energy sector. Now it makes sense. Kinda.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not exactly. Not exactly right here. This divergence right here.
Because if you put energy with ET.
All right, bet. So this is XLE, which is energy. Now I'll compare it to ET.
And that'll let you know if rig is a super owned beast.
Oh, so now I got both. I got the dollar and I got ET. ET in blue.
Damn. So ET be moving with
the energy.
Oh, okay.
ET move with energy. Yeah, ET move with energy a lot more. Yeah. Even though like there be little divergences where it does a little different, but it moves with energy more or less.